From the Sierra foothills of California. We're in a town called Placerville, halfway between Sacramento and South Lake Tahoe. We're cooking today with Mirador's rosé wine. It's a wine made out of red grapes that you serve like a white wine, chilled. Theirs is rockin' good, full-bodied, not sweet like its pink color might make you think. And I got this recipe from the assistant winemaker, Anna Maria Bailey, sent me a recipe for how she does red snapper Veracruz in a hot skillet. We couldn't find red snapper, but in her notes in the recipe, she said you could substitute it with halibut or swordfish, so we're using swordfish today. And we're gonna make it in this delightful sauce using her rosé wine. Okay, look at this pan, it's smoking hot. That means it's ready for our swordfish steak, which we've cut lengthwise because the recipe calls for red snapper fillets, which are pretty thin. These I've drizzled with olive oil, salt and pepper, and we're just gonna pan fry them for about 3 minutes per side. 3 minutes is approaching. And we can tell that we're ready to flip our swordfish. Oh, that looks good. We've had the meat in the pan for 3 minutes per side, and we're just gonna remove from the pan and cover it while we make our sauce. In this pan that now has all the wonderful flavors of this swordfish. Ready? Let's start with olive oil. We still have our pan on medium heat, and we're going to add a chopped onion to the pan and garlic until softened. Is that what she said? Softened? And while I'm doing this, why not mix all the onion and garlic with the flavor that came from the swordfish. Now we're ready to add more flavor. Flavor on top of flavor on top of flavor. These are cherry tomatoes, and we've got a jalapeno that I've diced, and capers in their brine. We've got some green olives that I've diced kind of roughly, and we've got a teensy bit of honey, just a teaspoon of honey, to bring it together to a syrupy taste, and lemon juice. We all know seafood loves lemon acidity. This is a really lovely rosé. I'm so glad that it only took a quarter cup in this recipe because I get to drink it all with my cameraman after this. So we have our swordfish, our sauce is ready, and I'm gonna re-add the swordfish, which is already cooked. I think it's ready to roll, but what we wanna do is re-warm it in this wonderful sauce, spooning the sauce on top of the swordfish. Okay, we're here, me and Mr. Science, who's been helping me film and direct. This wine is very full-bodied, and it's got a lot of layers. But this swordfish, I think, is also going to be very multi-layered. I did take out the, when I was chopping the jalapenos, I took out the seeds and the white membrane because I didn't want the spice to overwhelm the fish. And what I wanted to come through was the capers, the lemon, How did I do?
Yeah, I'm getting the flavor of the jalapenos without all the heat.
It is delicious. And I'm getting a vibrant acidity, not only from the lemon, but the body of this rosé is pretty
Pairs
broad.
really good with this wine. I always say a good pairing is where you can't tell where the wine flavor ends and the food flavor begins.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned for more Winemakers recipes that we're testing out for my kitchen, and my upcoming book, which will have all the ingredients, measurements, and everything we learned from this YouTube as we're testing out their recipes. Sometimes we have to call them to get them to specify what they meant by something, but they're not chefs. They're winemakers. They're very creative, like you and I, and their culinary skills are like everyday cooks. That's what I love about them.
Yep.
They're my heroes, and this is why I'm opening their bottle of wine and cooking with it. Cheers. Thank you for your help.